The second half of this year is when we will see the definite change from baby to toddler. The child starts incorporating pretend play, and that's things with purpose, unlike previously where their play was slower, shorter, and a little bit more careless. It's a very special time as we can see the personality starting to develop, and we are also starting to prepare for the famous terrible twos.
In this video, I want to talk to you about exercises that we can do for the toddler at 19 months. Language is going to be the most important skill to work on because at this age they start being independent and they can get easily frustrated when we don't understand what they're saying when they're asking us for help. The better the communication is, the less tantrums we will have.
To increase the ability to name objects, use books that have images of single objects. Point at the object and have the child repeat with you. You can see in this book that the images are repeated. Repetition is key for language. So for example, in this book, we could say ball, 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 ball. To stimulate the ability to express necessities and feelings, I use this book. It's called Baby Sad, Baby Happy, or something like that, by Leslie Patterselli. And we talk about being cold, being hot, being hungry, being sad, being happy. To encourage your child to talk, when you read a story or right after you get done reading it, ask him what happened. Like here, we could say, the dragon is sick. What happened with the dragon? And have your child describe everything that he sees in the book.
This month we are working on encouraging them to pronunciate the words. We are going to start singing short songs and ask them to sing along with us. Buenos días, amiguitos, ¿cómo están? Muy bien. You might notice that sometimes your kid does want something, but when you ask him, he still says no. That's because they don't know the difference between yes and no. They say no all day to everything, and that's because we are telling them no all day as well. So we're going to teach them the difference between yes and no. One of my favorite books for that is Yes, Yes, No, No by Leslie Patterselli. We are also going to teach the difference between mine and yours. This skill is going to help us later on when you're working on sharing. So for that, you're just going to grab a teddy bear and you can just ask your child, is this mine or is this yours? And then same thing, answer with them, this is yours. Grab something that is yours that you have constantly with you and ask, is this yours or is this mine? And you're going to answer the same thing, it's mine. Second for this month is brain skills.
We are going to teach the difference between the front and the back. You can do that using whatever works best for you, whether it's running or throwing the ball. For us, what worked best was clapping to the front and to the back. Now is the time to teach body parts. You can do that with songs or books. To comprehend space, we are going to use blocks to build towers, and we're going to try to build them as tall as possible. To teach colors, I grabbed this empty bag of wipes and I fill it up with fabric of different colors, and I just have him pull out the fabric and we name the colors as we see them.
So as far as the body skills, the kid has been on the move for quite some time now. You might notice that the house is destroyed. So we are going to move away from stimulating the body movements so much, and we're going to start stimulating the hand movement. And that is because they use their hands to do daily activities like eating and getting dressed. And since they love to be independent at this age, that's going to help them do things correctly. And that way we won't have to help them as much, and that way they won't get frustrated.
The first activity is hand and eye coordination, and it's also a sensory activity because your kid will be tasting different things and different textures. So you just put different things in spoons that are different sizes, and you have your toddler try them all. The second activity is to perfect the movements of the hands, and initially I was doing it with Play-Doh, spaghetti, and Cheerios, but he kept just eating the Cheerios, so I moved on to little like Shakiras, but I'm not a big fan of those because I think they're too big, and I'm always scared he's gonna choke. Um, but try different things and see what works best for you. The point is that they coordinate their hand movements to put the little Shakira and the lace or the spaghetti or whatever.
To perfect those body movements that they already have, the best thing that we can do is take them to the playground. Somewhere where they can jump, slide. One exercise that you can do to combine body movements and language is to stand in front of them and ask them to do the same movements that you're doing. So put your hands up, put your hands down, jump, turn around, things like that. One situation where the toddler typically gets upset is when they see daddy, for example, leaving the house. So it's a good time to start teaching the toddler that everybody has a job, everybody has a profession. If you have maybe the chance to go and have lunch with your husband and show your kid exactly where he goes when he leaves the house, that will help as well to avoid the kid being upset when somebody leaves the house. To teach professions, you can do books, you can do videos, you can do little toys like fire trucks, police cars.
Encourage your child to do daily activities by himself and praise him when he does them correctly.
Encourage your kid to show emotion. So you can say, oh no, mommy doesn't like that. Mommy gets very sad, and you're gonna exaggerate the emotions. Or when they do something good, same thing. Oh, mommy loves that. Mommy is really happy. We are also going to work on the interest in music. And for that, I just show him different videos, like YouTube videos of different bands and genders and things like that.